Man, I got a line full of them out there. Let me hurry up and open this door. Hey, fella. How'd you get in here? Alright. I got it. Come on, y'all. Come on into the kingdom.
Man, what time do the kingdom open, man?
Kingdom always open. Welcome to the kingdom.
So late around here.
Barbershop.
Yeah, things to do around here.
All right.
They got any clocks in the kingdom?
No, the kingdom is timeless, brother.
Oh, yeah, okay, timeless.
All right.
All same time.
Glad y'all came. Who first?
Man, I don't even know why you had to ask who first, man. You know I'm first, man. Anytime I want to be there, I'm first.
Come on.
All right?
What you doing this morning?
All right.
Come on, somebody.
Man, who is this dude?
I don't know, man. He been here for the free food or something.
Hey, fella. How he get in here is what I want to know.
Right.
He was in here before he opened the door.
Why you late then?
Just leave him alone. Leave him alone. Let me get on started with your head, boy.
Look, man, let me give you some instructions, man. I don't want you to,
I don't need no instruction for that. This
all right, now you
no
got
guard.
you got to shake your hand right, man. You all right?
Free ball. I'm start on the
man,
beer.
listen.
All right.
No, you go ahead.
Which one you want? Pick one.
Let me see, man. I want that one right there.
No, can't get that one.
Man, come on. Well, how about that one right there?
Hey, hook him up with a front leg.
Well, look, man, I know I can get that one right there.
You can get this one.
That's a bald head baby, man.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Baby ain't got no teeth.
Nope, no teeth.
Yo.
What's up, Bernie? What's up, down, man?
What's up, bro?
Baby boy.
I get shaped up.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, man, that ain't gonna take too long right there.
What's going on? What's up, my brother?
Hey, man.
Hey, fella.
He waiting for the buffet open. What's going on, family?
What's going on, bro?
See, fine?
How you?
Hey, man.
What's up, bro?
What's
What's
up,
going on,
bro?
man?
Who
Who got next? Who up?
Man,
Brother Ernest,
Yes, sir.
I'm glad you made the journey to the kingdom.
Really?
Oh, boy.
Really? In the barbershop, man.
That's what it is.
that's fine.
But look, bro, I'm here just to go ahead and get tightened up, little fade, little something.
Fade.
Yeah, bro, I'm just basically, man, trying to, all up in here, and then fade around like here, like at least around here, and then blend.
Get your eyebrows faded and just leave it alone.
Man, see all of this over here.
Brothers.
Man, come on, man.
While I got y'all here, before I get much deep into my brother head here, I got a testimony I've been wanting to share with y'all.
He got a testimony.
Hey, man,
Testimony.
tell me you look like Raspy Berry.
Who? Anyways.
We'll go to the videotape.
Well, brothers,
Yeah.
I got a testimony, like I said, I want to share with y'all.
Well, go on, tell it then, man.
I'm gonna tell it.
Tell it.
Let me tell it. Well,
Come on.
you know how the pastor been talking about the kingdom and the blessings that come with it, right?
That's right.
Well, God has basically doubled my income in the last 2 years.
You say what?
Double?
Yes.
What we doing?
That's one wheel.
Yes.
One wheel.
I'll get in on that.
I'm gonna tell you, you part of that blessing. Let me clarify.
I'm gonna get part of that blessing?
You ain't gonna get part of it.
Oh,
You part of it. Let me clarify. God ain't actually doubled my income, but I gotta work a lot less to get the same amount.
Yeah.
You know how y'all brothers grew up in the Jerry Curl and the S Curl generation?
I was the S-Curl king. You know I was, man.
Exactly. Well, that means that I don't have to cut as many heads, right?
Wait, what you trying to say?
Yeah, most days I got a roll full of milk duds out there waiting for me.
Oh, man, you know what? Brother here, man. I'm taking it,
Brother, wait.
I'm not going.
Come on now, you know I'm just kidding with you, you know. Come on now, in the name of Rogaine. I'm your brother, all right? I'm gonna get a bald headed one.
I'm not gonna keep paying to be in
So we get y'all half price for Father's Day, all right?
But serious, man, it's good to see everybody, man. But question for everybody, man. since Father's Day is right here, Pastor K has been talking about kingdom, right? The inner court. Being that this Father's Day, what does that mean to everybody here? What you think, little bro?
It really is following God's will and His word, and train a child as they ought to be trained, as they ought to be, and that's to me what it means to be a father and to be a man. You know what I'm saying? As long as you follow God's will, not my will, but Thy will be done.
That's right. That's right.
That's all that matters.
Yes, sir. What about you, big bro?
Man, that's a powerful question because I have sons, and my sons are a gift from God,
Right.
and I'm responsible for them. That's why they go get sprinkled and dedicated. They don't get baptized until they're old enough to do it themselves.
Sure.
So that's where I have to stand in that gap for them. So it's a huge responsibility. That's why the men in this group, the men that we fellowship with at church, why it's so important. Because we're all accountable for each other.
No doubt.
Because we can all check each other as brothers in Christ. And there's no harsh feelings. It's men talking on men's level.
Accountability, bro.
And if we can't do that with each other, there's a problem. Everybody always says iron sharpens iron. What does that really mean to you? What happens if there's a weak piece of iron? A bent piece of iron? It's up to us to collectively try to get them straightened out. Strengthen them.
Yes, sir.
I hear you, bro.
That's a good word, man.
That's just me, man.
Can I take a break for a minute?
You ain't doing nothing no way.
Exactly.
The whole cut been a break.
Well, to me, being a father in the kingdom, I'm a father and a grandfather now.
Right. Okay.
But before that, I was a stepfather. And before that, I was a stepson. And if any of y'all ever been a stepchild, a lot of times I feel like you being stepped on, right?
Yes, sir.
So I didn't want my stepson to ever feel that way. I never introduced him as stepson. It was only son. Because I didn't want him to feel the same way I felt when I was coming up. And I also introduced him to the belt. Said a ride.
Yes, sir.
But I always wanted to make him feel loved and under my wing and let him know I was always there for him. And then I became a biological father to a girl. And with her, I definitely just wanted to show her that you can be loved and don't have to give something in return.
Amen.
Right?
Yeah.
And for her and my son, I just want them to see God in me.
Yes, sir.
A lot of times they gotta look real hard, but
Come
he
on,
is
somebody.
there. He is
Come on, somebody.
Right. And I just like our Heavenly Father, I just want them to know that I'm always there for them and I love them unconditionally.
Amen.
Hey, when y'all gonna get this stuff?
Yo,
What's going on, man? What's up, man? Hey, family, how y'all doing, man?
Good to see you.
Long time no see,
You got it,
man.
baby. How you feeling?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, you late to the kingdom
Man, what
today.
up next, man?
You next after next after next.
Man, you
After next.
what you cutting on him? He ain't even got nothing up there.
Man, what you talking about, man? You see these butterways?
Everything.
By the way, how you doing, bro?
Good job.
He cool, fam. He
Oh,
chilling. He was here when we got here this
Man,
morning.
I sense a little spirit over
We
here,
don't even
man.
know who he is.
Hey, look,
man.
look.
All right,
Hey,
y'all
you ain't got no
leave.
haircut
Come
now.
on, y'all leave my maybe paying customer alone. Hey, fella, you got some money? Okay.
Oh,
All
man.
right, just leave it alone. Leave it
Man,
alone. What was he talking about?
So, bro, since you came in late
Yeah.
again,
Hey, man.
I'm just saying, bro.
At least he's consistent.
He is consistently late. What I wanted to ask, bro, and the question I posed
Yeah.
was, what does being a father in the kingdom mean to you?
That's a pretty good question. I never really thought about that. But Pastor been preaching quite a bit on the being on the inner court.
Yes, sir.
So when I think about that, I kind of think about what God is to Jesus. And then I look at what I am to my kids. I'm not their God, but what I am is their father, and God has put me in that place. He has given me that responsibility. So what it means for me to be a kingdom father is that you have to have an incredible amount of patience and always willing to forgive. Always willing to forgive. And even when disappointed, because we're all going to be disappointed at some point in this walk, basically what I'm trying to say is always return love in its stead. Because we're going to always be disappointed. Jesus showed us the right way to do it.
Yeah.
That's what he said when he was on that cross. Forgive them for they know not what they do.
Yes, sir.
So that's kind of the same way we got to look at it when we're dealing with our kids. And that's what it means for me to be a kingdom father.
Yes, sir.
That's good stuff, bro.
Like,
That's good stuff.
bro, what you think, man?
Well, sitting here thinking,
Keep still, boy.
man,
It's all right.
there's a scripture in the Bible that says, "Our Heavenly Father loveth at all times." So when I think about a kingdom father, I think about somebody that's consistently doing their job, staying in their role.
Amen.
We're supposed to be the protectors of our families, the providers of our family, and can't nobody take our role. So when I think about a kingdom father, somebody that's there day in, day out, ups and downs, and showing their children that they love them regardless of what's going on in their life or regardless of what they're facing. So when I think about a kingdom father, I think about a man that's really just consistent and there and doing what he needs to do every day.
I hear y'all out here talking, man.
Hey, what's up, Cam?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Oh, okay.
The master
No,
father.
what about you, man? What you think?
Well, bro, I'll tell you, man, it's a little different for me because after I retired in 2015 from the military, I realized that I really wasn't raising my boys. My wife was doing all the work. And then when I got back to a steady spot and actually back in the church like I needed to be, I realized that I wasn't parenting at all. It's one thing to give financially, and it's one thing to be there as a disciplinarian, but if I'm not instilling that we need to go to church or that how important church is to a father going through a son, I really wasn't doing anything. So it took a lot, and I'm still realizing that I'm playing catch up. So it means a lot to me to be able to just do the right thing and show a good example because I wasn't here so long. So that's what it means to me. So
All right, you done, bro.
Man, you show, man. I got to walk out here looking. Wait, what, man? What's going on there? What about that?
Oh, hold on.
Bing. Oh, all right,
Got
man.
it,
That's
got
good,
it.
man. That looks good, man.
All right. Thank y'all for coming to the Kingdom Barbershop with us. We'd like to wish all y'all fathers out there Happy Father's Day. All right, who next?
Oh, we
what?
Man.
This